And welcome back. Still fall 59. So important thing here. So let's get some of this. Let's get some of the routine things out of the way. First, vehicle assembly, assemble our orbital satellite, assign, exit, mission control, assign the mission, R&D, our capsule Mercury for 5, research. Yeah, we're probably not getting to space till 1961, folks, but we'll see what we can do. But new thing, we have all these astronauts who graduated from basic training, and Grissom who came out of the hospital. So what you do is you hit T, or you click on the astronaut complex. You can see on the left side we have all of our different astronauts who graduated and their skills. These are their final skills. They have a chance to gain skill while they're in basic training, and you can send them off to advanced training to improve their skills even more if they haven't hit the cap. But for right now, we're just going to assign all of them to the Mercury program. And then we do facility transfer and visit the Mercury program. So the Mercury capsule is a one-man capsule. It currently has a safety factor of 33 as a weight of 500. The new things here are the max duration, which is how long that the capsule can stay in space, how long its consumables are. It can stay up in space for 5 days, which means we can only do up to a duration level of B on Mercury. Avoid failure, which is listed here as no, is a special thing where there's a random event where your scientist will discover a potential failure in your program, and then since you know it, you can avoid it. What that basically means is if avoid failure is yes, then the next step failure for that particular component will be ignored. The bar will go up and become red, but it will proceed as if normal. So, it's a one-man crew, and you can see that the only person there is a capsule pilot and EVA specialist. This is basically telling you what is desired in the person, a person with a high capsule and high EVA. So you can go down here, and by clicking on the names, they go from the name to their statistics: capsule, LM, EVA, docking, endurance. So I look through and try to find the one with the highest value. So Slayton has a capsule of 4, so he gets to be crew 1. You can hit C to change crew, or you can click on the individual crew. So then we want 3, so we'll take Cooper 2nd, Shiraw 3rd, Carpenter 4th. Glenn is a 1, Shepard's a 1, Grissom is a 2, so Grissom goes 5th, Shepard 6th, Glenn 7th. Note that the relevant skill is highlighted for the component here. So Glenn, capsule 1, EVA 0. Also note that there's this green box next to Slayton, and if you click on it, it shows you what his morale is. His mood is a 78, and a box that's compatibility. That'll become important when we have multiple person capsules. For instance, when we get to Gemini, we get to Apollo. Just know that the box indicates their relative happiness. If their mood gets too low, then they have a higher chance of saying they're going to retire because they're dissatisfied with the space program. And when they retire, they're gone for good. They will also retire generally over time anyway, but it's a much longer period of time if they're happy, which means are they part of a crew, are they flying missions, and I'll talk about that a bit later when we actually get to that, but just for right now, just keep that in the back of your mind. So now we have our Mercury astronauts assigned. So in theory, if we wanted to, we could schedule a manned mission right now for next term, but we only have a safety factor of 33 on Mercury, so that's not very good idea. So we'll go to our future missions, we'll do orbital satellite, and we'll do an unmanned suborbital. Now for manned, Now for missions involving manned capsules, once you hit continue, it brings up a prompt asking you what the vehicle is that you're using for this mission. In our case, we only have Mercury, so you can click Mercury, or you can also press the 1 key. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mercury's 1 because it's 1 person, Gemini's 2, Apollo's 3, the mini shuttle, the XMS-2 is 4, and Jupiter, which is the direct ascent, is 5. So next season we'll have an orbital satellite and we'll have an unmanned suborbital with Mercury. The reason I want to do that is because I want to have, like I said, a dummy test. If it's a failure, it doesn't matter because it's unmanned. If it's a success, then at least we get +1 to Mercury safety and +1 to its max R&D, which may be beneficial. So we'll just go and do that. Astronauts, we can't do anything until 61 anyway, so that's good. You get 5 groups of astronauts in the whole game. They're separated by, I think, 5 or 6 seasons between groups. The first one is always the most expensive at 20 MBs, with 7 recruits. Group 2 through 5, there are 15 apiece, and they go 9, 14, 16, and then 14. And that's all the astronauts you get in the whole game. So if you're unlucky or you're not good at managing your astronauts, you could end up toward the end of the game not having enough astronauts to actually fly your missions, which is always a bad thing. Okay, so we got a manned, orbital satellite? Yeah, orbital satellite, ready to go. So we have our future missions ready to go. Always take a moment to kind of think, okay, do I have my missions scheduled? Have I spent all the money that I need on the things I need to spend them on, like R&D, new hardware, etc.? Do I have astronauts in all the right places? Do I have my future missions scheduled? And then end the turn. Again, orbital satellite. If this works, my Atlas safety would be up to 90, which is pretty good. Unfortunately, it didn't work. And again, you can just hit enter, and we'll just skip this because I know what 9 times out of 10 this is going to be: an explosion during ascent, and oh, never mind. No, slow off. Engine failure causes explosion, rocket and payload are lost. Launch failures are always the most hazardous, simply because, you know, there's always the possibility that they will explode on the pad and destroy or damage the launch facility itself. And if a launch facility is damaged or destroyed, you can't launch it, you can't schedule it until you fix it, which can really throw off your whole mission profile. But anyway, we're rolling off by 4, 89 versus 93. Too bad. That's a -3. Spring of 1960. We're in the 60s, people. Mad Men and all that.
Good evening. Developments in the news today. Intelligence.
And this is the problem with the game. Random event. The KGB has fooled us with false data. Safety factor of Mercury downgrade by 53. We even have 53 safety rating on that. So that puts us all the way down to the minimum of 5% again. So now there's basically no chance of us launching a manned mission in 1961. Which will be interesting. We'll get to see some other things. What I think I'll do is, I can probably get through 1960 in one video, since there's no way I'm launching a manned mission now in 1960. So I'll cut the recording off here, and I'll join you to figure out what the hell I'm going to do now that those darn pesky Ruskies, commies, whatevers, have thrown a wrench in my space plans. Will Kikoskia make it to space today? I don't know. We'll find out next time, folks. Later.